Have you ever felt like you're speaking a different language than everyone else? While the world seems to be chasing likes, followers, and the next viral trend, you find yourself drawn to quieter, deeper pursuits. You might spend hours lost in a book, have conversations that dive far below the surface, or feel a profound connection to nature. If this sounds like you might just be what Carl Jung would describe as a deep soul. This isn't about being better or worse than anyone else. It's about being wired differently. For deep souls, the frantic scramble for external validation, for attention, just doesn't resonate. It feels empty, like a meal with no nutritional value. What truly nourishes you is meaning. But why is that? Why do some people crave the spotlight while others seek the quiet light of understanding? Let's dive into the fascinating world of Carl Jung's psychology to explore this. Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, gave us incredible tools to understand the human psyche. One of his core ideas is the process of individuation. Think of it as the ultimate personal growth journey. It's the process of becoming your most authentic, whole self. It involves integrating all the different parts of you, the conscious and the unconscious, the light and the shadow. For Jung, this was the central task of human life. It's not about fitting in or being popular. It's about becoming who you were truly meant to be. This journey is inherently an inward one. It requires introspection, self-reflection, and a willingness to confront the uncomfortable parts of yourself. So how does this relate to seeking meaning over attention? Well, the quest for attention is almost always directed outward. It relies on the approval and validation of others. You post a photo and wait for the likes to roll in. You share an opinion hoping it gets a lot of agreement. Your sense of self-worth becomes tied to external feedback. This is the opposite of individuation. Instead of building a solid inner foundation, you're rebuilding a house of cards that can be blown over by the slightest breeze of public opinion. It's a constant, exhausting performance. Deep souls, often without even realizing it, are naturally inclined towards the path of individuation. Their focus is internal. The questions they ask are not, do they like me? But who am I? What is my purpose? What truly matters in this life? These are the questions that lead to a meaningful existence, not just a visible one. Another key Jungian concept here is the distinction between the ego and the self, with a capital S. The ego is our conscious mind, our sense of identity in the everyday world. It's the part of us that wants to be seen, recognized, and successful in conventional terms. The ego is what drives the desire for attention. It thinks that if it can just get enough likes, enough promotions, enough applause, it will finally be happy and secure. But the self, in Jung's view, is a much larger, more encompassing concept. It's the totality of our psyche, including the unconscious. It's our center, our true core. The self is the source of genuine wholeness and meaning. The deep soul's journey is a journey from being dominated by the ego to being guided by the self. When you're operating from the ego, you're constantly looking for mirrors in the outside world to tell you who you are. When you start connecting with the self, you find an inner compass. You no longer need external validation because you have a deep, unshakable sense of your own worth and direction. This is why a meaningful conversation with a single friend can feel infinitely more rewarding than 1,000 likes from strangers. The first nourishes the self. The second only temporarily feeds the ego. The ego is a hungry ghost. It's never satisfied. The self provides a lasting sense of fulfillment. Think about the archetypes Jung described, like the persona and the shadow. The persona is the mask we wear for the world. In our social media age, many people pour all their energy into crafting the perfect persona, the successful entrepreneur, the happy traveler, the perfect parent. It's all about managing perceptions, which is another form of attention-seeking. But deep souls feel the weight of this mask. They sense the disconnect between their polished persona and their true, messy, complex inner world. This discomfort is a call to adventure. It's a call to explore the shadow. The shadow is the part of our unconscious that contains everything we repress or deny about ourselves, our fears, our insecurities, our unacceptable desires. The work of integrating the shadow is crucial for individuation. It's scary, and it's definitely not something you post on Instagram. It's a quiet, personal, and often difficult process. But by confronting and accepting our shadow, we become more whole, more authentic, and less dependent on the approval of others. We no longer have to pretend to be perfect. This authenticity is a cornerstone of a meaningful life. It's about being real, not just being seen. So when a deep soul chooses a quiet night in with a book over a loud party, it's not because they're antisocial. It's because the book offers a gateway to understanding, to connecting with the vast ocean of human experience. When they prefer one deep friendship over 100 acquaintances, it's because that friendship provides a space for genuine connection and mutual growth, a space where the self can be seen and acknowledged. Their choices are guided by a different metric of success. Not how much attention did I get, but how much did I grow? How much did I learn? How deeply did I connect? This isn't a critique of those who enjoy the spotlight. The world needs performers, leaders, and influencers. But it's an affirmation for those who feel out of step with the relentless demand for public visibility. Your quiet pursuit of meaning is not a flaw. It is a profound strength. It is the path of the artisan, the philosopher, the mystic. It's the path of building a life that has weight, substance, and internal coherence. While attention is fleeting, like a flash of lightning, meaning is like a star, a steady, guiding light that can navigate you through the darkest nights. In a world that shouts, the deep soul learns to listen to the whisper of their inner self. They find joy not in the noise of the crowd, but in the silence where truth can be heard. They create a life that feels right from the inside out, rather than one that just looks good from the outside in. This is the essence of what Jung was pointing towards, the courageous, beautiful, and deeply personal journey of becoming who you truly are. It's a journey where the ultimate prize isn't the world's attention, but your own soul's fulfillment. So if you recognize yourself in this description, embrace it. Your need for depth is a gift. Keep reading, keep questioning, keep having those conversations that last for hours. Keep walking in nature and feeling that sense of awe. You are not missing out. You are tuning into something far more lasting and rewarding. You are on the path to a life of profound meaning. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration today. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content that dives deep into the human experience. See you in the next video.